So you have some cash, but you want to know where you should invest it. Many people realise that they want to start investing once they find that they have a lot of cash lying around, so you're not alone in this. Here, we tell you where we would invest money if we had £1,000, £10,000 or £100,000. Let's check it out.
Welcome to Money Unshackled, the investment channel that sets you and your finances free. I'm Andy and this is Ben, and if you like what we say, hit the like button and click subscribe. Let's get into it.
Number 1. What to do with £1,000. £1,000 isn't a great deal of money in the grand scheme of things if your goal is financial freedom, meaning that your investments will grow big enough to be able to support you financially.
Therefore, you're going to want to make your money work as hard as possible. There's little point in playing it safe. That said, if this is all of your life savings, let's leave an element of accessibility in the mix.
You want your money to work hard and yet be available if you needed to get it back. Peer-to-peer lending. We would invest this £1,000 in peer-to-peer lending, and the platform that we would do this through would be either Funding Circle or Assets Capital.
Both of these platforms have an expected return exceeding 6%, and you are able to withdraw your money within a day or two, as long as there are other people that are willing to buy those loans off you.
Number 2. Raising the bar. What to do with £10,000. Now things are getting interesting, and it's time to diversify by bringing shares and funds into the mix.
We would keep some of the money invested within peer-to-peer lending, perhaps £3,000, so that we continue to receive a steady flow of cash interest. We would invest the remaining £7,000 in the stock market.
You are now establishing a little portfolio for yourself that you will grow over the years and will become a long-term investment. So now, let's forget about accessibility.
Index funds. We would invest most or even all of the £7,000 into a portfolio of funds tracking indices such as the FTSE 100 and S&P 500. For those not interested in building their own portfolios, you could invest in the Vanguard Lifestrategy funds, which invest in ETFs or exchange traded funds on your behalf. This is one of the most well diversified and cheapest funds available.
Now just a reminder that we have some great popular videos about the Vanguard Lifestrategy Fund and peer-to-peer lending. We'll put links to these in the description below so you can watch these next. Now, what about individual shares? Now with only £10,000 in our pot, we cannot afford to buy individual shares in a great enough quantity to safely diversify our portfolio, as we would want to spend no less than £1,000 per share in order to minimise crippling fees as a percentage of your portfolio.
Most funds, particularly exchange traded funds, are already well diversified and the fees are very low compared to trading shares yourself.
What you might want to do here is buy one trade for £1,000 in one company so that you can find out for yourself how volatile a single share can be and learn by doing. However, you should make sure that the majority of your £10,000 portfolio is diversified funds.
Number 3. Hitting the jackpot. What to do with £100,000. Okay, so you're fortunate enough to have just found £100,000 down the side of your sofa. Now what would we do with that? Well, you've got a few interesting options that are now available to you.
We are now entering investment property territory, and it's time to get really excited. As with £10,000, we want to keep our portfolio diversified, but now it's time to balance that with getting some higher returns.
Investment property. Buying an investment property in a prime buy-to-let areas outside of London will set you back around £35,000 for the deposit and legals. So what's the plus side? You can get up to £400 monthly rental profits after tax from one of these babies.
We would be buying 2 of these properties with the first £70,000, and with the remaining £30,000, you could buy £10,000 of peer-to-peer lending, £15,000 of index funds, and maybe £5,000 of individual shareholdings. Check out our link on how to find investment properties in the link in the description below.
Diversification. In this scenario, we are not very diversified from the property only having 2, but the rental profits should soon build up, allowing you to buy more, which will rectify this situation.
Once you have 3 or 4 rental properties, turn your attention to start building up those funds and shares as well, remembering that a diversified portfolio is a happy portfolio.
Question of the day: how much cash do you have to invest, and will you be following our guidelines? Let us know in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. On this channel we talk a lot about personal finance, investing and all things money. And if you want to see more great content, please click the subscribe button below.
This is Money Unshackled. See you next time.